Have you ever had one of those days where you just feel like giving up and that's it? You're done, you're fed up with everything? Well, I've had plenty of them, and believe me, I get it. I know the feeling well. It's horrible. You're frustrated, you feel stuck, you've had enough, right? So, what I do to keep myself motivated is a number of things. Please subscribe and watch my video through to the end, please, and give it a like. I'll appreciate it, and I'll share with you what I do. So I understand the struggle. You know, you've got emotional changes and challenges going on. You're going through the menopause. You're, you don't know yourself anymore. You don't recognize yourself half the time. Your memory isn't what it used to be. You've gained weight. You're feeling dreadful. You're feeling bloated. For some of you, you may have periods occasionally, or something of a period, or a full-on period. And there's that now I don't have any anymore. That's all stopped for me. Um, and although that may happen, your emotions and your hormones are still like this, right? They're all up and down all the time. So I still get other symptoms. I still feel bloated. I still get headaches. I still feel backache. I still feel soreness and tenderness in areas and things. But on top of all that, I still feel like, oh my God, really, can I go on another day like this? It just gets to that point where you get fed up of the grind, you get fed up of things just not feeling and being the way they used to be. So what I do to basically keep on top of those days, because they're real, right? They happen, and you can never know what day you're going to have from one minute to the next. But when my energy is low and I'm lacking motivation and things, I have routines now in place to help motivate me, and to get up, basically. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of Mel Robbins. She's an American coach, motivator, businesswoman, amazing, fantastic woman. She's very real, down to earth. Well, she has the 5 4 3 2 1 method, where if you know, like, about NASA and rockets, they count down to when they actually propel this rocket off, when they launch it. So she started using this method of, right, count down to one, or down to zero. So she would literally go, right, 5 4 3 2 1, and she would get up out of bed, because that's what helped her get out of the depression and the nothingness that she was feeling, the numbness, the fed up, the um just feeling really lost, basically. I think she was just really going through a time, and no, I'm very pretty much sure it was menopausal related as well. So what I also do as well, as part of my routine now, I show up for a 6 o'clock morning call Monday to Friday. So as I'm getting ready for work, I log on to a live call and I listen in to people that are really doing fantastically well in the business, in travel. They share basically information that has continually helped them grow their businesses, and I find that motivational and inspiring. So it helps me keep on track. It helps me keep on track in my mind. It helps me keep focused on my day, and also what I'm going to do to keep on track of what I want to do to generate the business that I want to have, for the long term. And it's also a reminder to me about my why. Like, my why, as you know, is about freedom. My why is about working on my terms, being responsible for me. My why is about not working for anyone else anymore, because I don't want to do that anymore. I'm really in a situation now where I just need to work for myself, not just in the travel business, but I want to do various things. Sorry, my eyes are watering because it's so bright here. Um, I really want to just do stuff for me, be happy, help my own mental health, help cope with the menopause, um, but also put things into place that I know is going to benefit me in the long run. So what I do, as a recap, I I listen to people that are motivational. I go on YouTube every single day without fail and listen to someone motivational. Mel Robbins is just somebody that I'm recommended. I'm not affiliated by her in any way, shape, imagination. It's just somebody that, from a female perspective, I thought people could relate to. There's so many other people on here as well that I could recommend to listen to. Fraser Brooks, he's fantastic in terms of business. Um, you've got loads of people. Danny G, um, Les Brown, he's amazing. I absolutely love Les Brown. I could listen to him all day. And not forgetting the amazing Lisa Nichols. Yes, yes, as she says. Love her. She's brilliant. So, what I do then is I set myself goals and I break things down. So, for example, if I want to speak to a few people before I go to work in the morning, as I'm starting to put my makeup on, I don't wear much makeup, admittedly. Like, I don't wear much now. I've only got some eyeshadow and mascara on, and a little bit concealer under the eye. That's it. I don't really wear foundation much, hardly ever. If I was out on a wedding or an all day type thing, then maybe I would wear foundation, but I just don't. I just don't have patience. But what I tend to do is, right, just before I put my makeup on, I might actually message 5 people, then I'll apply my makeup. And then as I'm going downstairs to pick up my lunch that I'd prepared the night before, because I always try and do my lunch the night before, ready for work. So I don't waste time in the morning, like having to think, all right, what am I going to eat today? It's already done, right? So I'm organizing myself as I go along. I keep on top of things. So when I get downstairs and into the kitchen to get my sandwich bag and my drink, I then message another 5 people. So that's 10 people I've already messaged out the way, done, you know? So then when I get into the car park at work, I've got plenty of time. So then I will do a video. I will message more people, probably another 5 to 10, depending on what time I finish videoing and uploading in the car. I'll walk into the building then, I'll go off and make a cup of tea. If I've still got some time left before I'm supposed to start, then I'll actually message another couple more people, or I'll interact on social media. I've also got TikTok as well. I've also got Instagram. So there's lots of things that I'm doing social media wise, just to be on top of everything and to keep myself in the game, in the mindset, and in the zone. And I'm just going over my notes here. Sorry, it's on my other phone. And I also just like to watch similar people to myself that I find inspiring. But there is a saying, right? If you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling, where you find that there's nobody there that's smarter, works as hard as you, or is as motivated as you, then you need to change your surrounding in the room that you're in. So if you're the smartest person in the room, then you're not going to break through that glass ceiling. You're going to forever stay there. So, in other words, you need to find a like minded group of people that are already more advanced than you, earn more than you, more motivated than you, are successful business people. So then you can vibe off them, you can learn off them, you can build off their energy and feed off their energy. You'll also learn stuff off them all the time. And their mindset will be, again, even far higher advanced than your own. So that is a win win for me, because that will stretch you and that will push you in the right direction. So if you can get involved with people that are already doing what you want, are already experiencing the things that you want to experience, that's just going to keep that fire burning in your belly, right? Um, I also look, as I say, on YouTube all the time. I look for things that people do. I look for ideas to different things to do, different ideas. I use ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT is fantastic. I know people are quite worried about AI. And don't get me wrong, yes, there's going to be a massive shift with technology and how things work. And AI is becoming more and more sophisticated. Like ChatGPT already is on what's it called? It's already on like section 5 or the 5th sort of version, shall we say version 5 of ChatGPT. So yeah, so I do find that yeah, technology is really growing fast, but you've got to keep with the times. You know, we can all sit there and say, oh well, you know, when I was this age, we didn't have that. Yeah, we didn't. But that was then, and you can moan about it as much as you want, but that's not going to change it. You've either got to go with the times and just basically embrace what the changes are, or you're going to just sit there and just moan and be miserable. And unfortunately, you're not going to attract the right people around you then. So I would definitely embrace life, embrace technology. Yes, it can be baffling. I'm not the most techie of people. A lot of things that I do, I'm self-taught. So um, how do I explain this? I literally do teach myself things. You know, if I download something, I will watch things on YouTube of how to do something, or if there's a video or something on the actual app itself that explains how to do something, and I will do my best to have a go. I will practice a few for however many times until I get the hang of something. I also ask my other half as well. He's quite good at like Excel, for example. I use Excel every day, but I'm not as advanced as my other half. He's really good at Excel. It's his thing. He loves it. You know, he thrives on Excel. He loves a good spreadsheet. Um, so I know that I can help. He can help me, and I can utilize him and his skills. And he enjoys it. He likes to help me. And as life and businesses grow, there will be a need for me to have Matthew more involved in the business, because that's the plan. That's the way things are going to go. I'm not just going to retire myself. I'm retiring him too. And it's to help him have a bit more freedom in his life, and to help him, you know, because there's like his parents who we absolutely love and adore, but like there's caring responsibilities, there's other things that are going on behind the scenes as well. So there's a lot of commitments there that we just want to have that freedom to be able to be more involved and to do our fair share of things, and to take the pressure off his other siblings, for example. So, you know, there's a lot of reasons why, and like my why, do you know what I mean? Why I'm so driven. It's not just about me, it is generally about others too. And I want to be able to show to people that you don't need to be a youngster in your teens to achieve things in life. You know, age truly is a number. It is about your mindset. It is about what you can put together and work on, and be persistent, you know, continually be consistent with things. You know, do not give up. Yes, I get days where things just do not go to plan whatsoever. It's frustrating, right? And there are a few maybe expletives as well when that happens. But I'm human. You know, I'm not a robot. I'm certainly not AI. Yes, I use ChatGPT sometimes when I'm doing things linked to the business, but that's just because I like to use AI and change things up a bit, you know, and just to show that I can be a bit diverse and, you know, and learn, as I say, as I go. So I just wanted to say that please, please, please don't give up, right? If you have a dream, if you feel, or if you're already starting something and things aren't quite going the way that you wanted or to plan, then just try and reevaluate something, or look for other alternatives that can help you achieve that. You know, look to see if there's another solution to things. Google it. You know, I'm always on Google. We refer to Google as our friend because we use it so often. You know, it's great to have that library of information, you know, literally at your fingertips. So why not utilize that and make use of it? You know, go for it. So that's literally what I wanted to say to you today. But just try and put things into place, break things down into chunks so you don't feel so overwhelmed. Write things down, write a plan or type up a plan, print it off, keep it there in front of you. Put certain things, like say if you always make the tea in the house or you make the food in the house, then pin up your list of things you're going to do daily in front of you in that area, so you will physically see it. It's a prompt. It will remind you to do things. And another simple example I do as well, I always have to take my laptop with me wherever I go for work. So, excuse me, I'm always hiccuping things. So I always make sure that I keep my laptop bag right near the front door in the morning. Otherwise, I'm going to forget it. So I'll have to turn around and drive all the way back just to get my laptop to go back to work. So I don't want to waste a journey and wasted time and be late then, and then trying to have the hassle of finding a car parking space. I'll make sure things are in place as close by to my car or to the front door as possible. Also, when I make my sandwiches and then I pick them up in the morning, the first thing I do after getting my sandwich bag from the kitchen, is I'll also place that next to my laptop bag, so that I know, again, that's also in the same place then of, where my things are again, so I don't forget my lunch, so I'm trying to do things logically. If I get distracted, then it sometimes will throw me off kilter, yes. And I've got to think, right, what was I doing? And I've got to sort of literally stop myself for a minute and think, right, what was I doing before I got interrupted, or something happened? So that's literally what I do. But in terms of business, in terms of getting out of the 9 to 5 grind, if you're like me, if you really are fed up with everything, you just want something you want a change in life or a change in direction, or you want to learn something, research it. Um, Go on Google, like I say, or go on YouTube. There's so many people on there doing so many different things. It's just fascinating to me. I love it. Um, YouTube really is my TV. If I use anything, if I watch or listen to anything, it's always on YouTube. Always, always. I've never not listened to YouTube. Even when I'm away on a holiday, I have YouTube on every day, regardless. It's the one thing I pay for as a premium, because I utilize it so much. I don't actually have normal TV anymore at home. I don't watch any news. That's another thing. Each to your own. I don't personally watch the news. I just I find it so negative. There's very little positiveness that's on the TV when it comes to news. And then you have it on every half an hour, on half an hour and on the hour, the news then is back on the TV again. So unless there's something really specific that I want to listen out for, I generally do not watch the news. I don't watch soaps anymore. I used to be a soap addict. I used to love watching my Emmerdale. I used to watch a bit of Corrie and sometimes EastEnders. I don't watch any of that whatsoever. I can't even remember the last episode I ever watched. It was probably actually, I might have watched a little bit of the soaps when I was in a care home in the nights working, back in 2020 during the year of COVID. Excuse me. Because the residents there were not allowed to go out and they weren't allowed to have visitors. So the TV was on all the time there. So that I may have heard a bit of information from an episode in the background as I was working. But I generally don't. I really don't watch anything. It's rare. I don't even know what's in the cinema. I couldn't tell you. I don't have Netflix. I really am just visioned and what's the word I'm looking focused. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm just focused on what it is I need to do, and I keep doing it day in, day out. I show up. Some days I'll do more activity on my business than others. Some days I'll do a lot more activity. It just depends what's going on, how I'm thinking, feeling, how many trainings I'm on in the day, what time that finishes. It depends on the day I've had. I do get migraines as well. I do suffer with really bad headaches. And then if I get a migraine, my vision goes completely. So I can't even speak to people and text or message people. So I do find it difficult when I do have really bad headaches. I am thinking about having one of those, is it a Daith or Darth piercing on the inside of your ear, to see if that might help me with my headaches, because they've just become really intense. I don't know if that's menopausal related or not. I normally used to always get at least one migraine when I would come on my period, and it would be around about 2 or 3 days before I'd physically come on. But now I don't actually have the period anymore. I seem to have just got a cluster of them, and it would be over about a week, and I might have 3 or 4 in 1 week, and that completely flattens me in terms of energy. And I'm already, with the menopause as well, struggling with energy, right? Because you know what it's like. You're drained, you're knackered, you don't sleep very well as it is. And then, you're then battling with having chronic headaches and things, and that can just knock you for six. So I am thinking about having a piercing in my ear. Can you let me know if you found that helpful? If you suffer with migraines, have you felt there's a change or a decrease in your actual headaches and things? Because I did try to have one pierced many years ago in this ear, but I was told that I didn't have much cartilage in this ear to pierce my ear. So I might go to a different piercist. I think I've got slightly more in this ear. I can feel a bit more cartilage this side than I can that one. So maybe I might be able to get away with one. Who knows if they can get the gun, is it, to do the piercing? So I am going to look into that at the end of the month, because I just need to get rid of these headaches. I'm hydrated. I drink a lot of water and squash. I don't drink alcohol. I drink tea. Yes, I am a teapot, but I also then up my fluid intake as well. So I love drinking squash. Water can be a little bit boring, so that's why I have squash. Basically, squash, for those that don't know what it is a cordial. So it's like a high concentrated flavor, fruit flavor, say orange or pineapple, or it could be like a summer fruit, which is quite a sweet flavour, and you just dilute that with a lot of water, so it flavours the water that you're drinking. So I always have been brought up on squash since I was a child, and I even drink hot orange squash when I'm not well. When I've got a cold and I'm feeling fluey, I will drink a lot of hot orange drink there when I'm not feeling well. I find it comforting when I'm not well. It's something I used to do with my grandparents back in the 80s when I was a child. So that's what I tend to do. So just going off a bit off context there, but yeah, that I do generally drink a lot throughout the day. Not overly do it, but at least 2.5 liters of fluid a day, easy. If I was to stop and think about exactly how much I drink, then yeah, I definitely would achieve that, without a doubt. Anyway, so I hope you're feeling motivated. I hope, again, whatever I said resonates with you. I hope you can relate to what I'm saying. And if you've got any hints, tips about facial hair, I did a short video earlier about facial hair, which is absolutely not related to motivation. But I'm motivated to get rid of the hairs under my chin and or on my chin. But they're more underneath that I find them sprouting up, and it drives me insane. And they're quite dark as well. I'm like, I was born blonde. I know I'm peroxide now, but I was born blonde. I was like the Milky Bar kid, I was really blonde when I was little. And then my dad's colouring, which is darker, came through. And now it's a mixture of peroxide, grey, whatever else comes through at the same time when it feels like it. Excuse me. So I'm now going to go off now and meet my friends for lunch. So I was surprised I got here as early as I did, but hey ho, it's all good. I'm all parked up in the shade. Lovely, happy days. And yeah, have a wonderful weekend, guys. I'll be here back tomorrow with another video again. Have a fantastic day and stay blessed. Thank you for your time.